Welcome, everyone. I'm Mayor Gary Sulz. And as the year comes to an end, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to chat with our councillors about how the first year on council has been. Today, I'm joined by Councillor Austin Luciow. Austin, tell me about your first year on council. What are your impressions? How's it been for you?
It has definitely been a huge learning experience. Definitely getting to the table when we first got elected, there was a huge learning curve and a fire hose of information. But it's been great to be involved with the decisions and kind of know all the moving parts behind the scenes that maybe other members of the community don't fully understand why we're making decisions and how decisions need to be made. So it's been a huge learning curve. And it was great to go to UBCM and see the whole process from putting our resolutions forward through SILGA and going up through UBCM. So now that I kind of know how to play the game, I can step it up a little bit in the second year.
So for you, you come with, at least I came with certain impressions about how things would go. You kind of, we're a year into it now. Are you feeling comfortable with what you've learned and feel that really now you've got the basics under, you're ready to move forward and know how to make those decisions and how to move forward?
Yeah, it's been great to, like I said, see the whole process and understand the um, Rupert's rules and the process that we have to go through to get things done. I had talked to other councillors before deciding to run, so I kind of had a grasp of what the job would entail and had very honest answers. I wasn't surprised. I think the workload when we first started was more daunting than anticipated, but now that we've gotten through that, it's exactly what I expected.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Good. And so, what are the issues that council's tackled this past year that you're really passionate about?
Well, I know people joke that I'm the bathroom counselor, so it's been great to see the Woodenhead bathroom get put in. It was great to see the Williamson Lake Campground bathroom get finished after the contracting delay that took so long for that to get finished. It's been great to kind of build those relationships with RMR and Mackenzie Village with their text amendments and their kind of master planning as they continue to phase out their developments. So it's been great to see those move forward, as well as the money that we've put towards multi-use pathways and kind of trying to connect everybody in the community as best we can.
And so, your experience in the community with what you do with your work, and you sit on the social development committee, do you feel that really your personal experience has lent well to decisions that are being made around that table and council table?
Yeah, I think my perspective just from, being in town and being a parent and a renter and working in the food service industry and now working with the food bank and seeing the social side of things, I know I bring a good perspective to the conversation. And I think all the councillors kind of bring their own unique perspective to the table, which has made for really good debate and discussion around the table. And it hasn't just been kind of dominated by one councillor or the other. Everybody is free to put their opinions forward. And I think we've done a pretty good job through this first year of amicably coming to decisions. We might not always agree on things, but we support each other's decision once that decision actually gets made at the table.
That's perfect. And for me as a mayor, it's awesome to look around the table and to see individual councillors not afraid to use their voice, to give their opinion because they're giving it from their lifestyle, their personal perspectives. And so I really appreciate that you're willing to give input from how your life is lived, because there's others in the community that live similar lifestyles and you're understanding that, and that makes for wholesome discussion and wholesome decisions. So
Yeah, and I think that's why I decided to run, because I didn't really feel that representation with our last council. And I know that our decisions when it comes to housing and affordability and stuff like that, that's affecting the broader community. And a lot of those people are here, whether on temporary work visas or don't necessarily have their citizenship yet and have the ability to vote, but our decisions are affecting their livelihoods here in town. So I feel like I at least offer their perspective at the table, and talking with the people that come and talk to me at the outreach building and everything. They're very supportive of how I'm voicing their concerns, and it's not kind of just getting brushed over for development and tourism and stuff like that. We have to be conscious of the community that helped build Revelstoke to where it is now, and not just push them to the side while we forge forward with tourism.
Yeah, no, good, really good points, because really, if we don't pay attention to history, we're doomed to repeat it. But by the same token, when it comes to the social sector, we're all involved. It's all part of our fabric of every decision that we make, or should be. So I appreciate that input on that sort of thing. So when we go into 2024, is there anything in particular you're looking forward to accomplishing, or any work that you feel that we should be working towards?
I think the housing authority is definitely top on most councillors, if not every councillor's list, of something that we need to continue to push forward through and actually get a game plan for how we're going to deal with that moving forward. Because I know through that we'll be able to help the Downey Street development get going, and help with other BC housing projects around town. So I think that's number one for me. Number two would probably be people living in their vehicles over the wintertime. We'll see how this affects snow removal and what kind of complaints we get through bylaw throughout the winter. But I think it might be something that we need a more robust plan while we kind of have this lag time between us approving developments and before they are actually able to be occupied by people.
Yeah, and so when we talk about, people living in their vehicles, we're not necessarily just talking about those tourists who are coming with a van that are here for the tourist season. We're talking about people who have been moved out of their accommodation to their vehicle because they have no other financial means or whatever. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, my goal is to support the kind of baseline community that we have, that have been here, that have roots here, that they can't necessarily just leave and go somewhere else. They're the ones living in, not the best motorhomes that are around from the 80s.
Yeah.
My goal isn't to be helping those people driving their $90,000 Sprinter vans with all the brand new ski equipment and all that. Those people have made their choice to come here and camp and, live the van life, but other people have been displaced, whether it's through rent evictions, just the increase in rent and them not able to afford it. And living in their vehicles or motorhomes isn't a cheap option for them. It's definitely exhausting when it comes to having to bounce around and constantly be on the move and on the lookout for bylaw and, nosy neighbors trying to figure out if they're camping there or if they're just stopped for the day. So it's definitely put a huge strain on those people. So that's who I'm looking to help here, because like I've said before, they're the part of the community that's helped grow Revelstoke to what it is. People come here and love the community that we have, and that's the people that are around us. So if we are wanting to continue to foster that, then we have to be willing to work with them and find a interim solution for where they are on the streets, and if we're offering them a safe place to be parked, and be understanding that they're not choosing this lifestyle to not pay rent or not be in a house, but sometimes it's the only means of survival for them.
Right. No, I appreciate that comment, and that you're looking after them the best that you can and bringing their concerns to the table so that we can have those wholesome conversations. So, Austin, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate that. It's always nice to be able to sit down and get perspective from councillors, and after your first year, good to hear that you're enjoying it, and look forward to how we move forward. So really, we've got lots of projects slated for 2024, and looking forward to moving them forward along with the projects that you're talking about as well. And just appreciate your time here today.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, wonderful. And thanks as well to our audience listening in. Be sure to take a few minutes to look at our other videos on the City Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram accounts. Thanks again, Austin. Appreciate it.
Thanks.